السلام. البخل عار، والجبن منقصة، والفقر خارس الفطن عن حجته، والمقل غرب في بلدته، والعجز أفى.
Imam Ali, says, Miserliness is a disgrace, cowardice is a defect. Poverty prevents a clever person from establishing proof and argument. A poor person is a stranger in his own city. In this wise saying, Imam Ali highlights two bad traits and speaks about the bitter realities of being poor and needy. Miserliness is a disgrace. Miserliness means not spending where one should on things God has given. The praiseworthy trait opposite miserliness is generosity. There's also a blameworthy trait called extravagance, which means spending where one shouldn't, going to extremes. Miserliness is one extreme, and extravagance is the other. Moderation is the best path. The ugliness of miserliness is clear to everyone. No one, no matter how stingy, wants to be called stingy. In Surah Nisa, Allah says, those who are stingy and enjoin stinginess on others, and hide what Allah has given them of His bounty, we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. 437. The Prophet, PBUH, says, the stingy person is far from Allah, far from people, and far from paradise, but near to hell. Allah prefers an ignorant generous person over a stingy worshipper. The greatest disease is stinginess. Cowardice is a defect. Imam Ali, says cowardice is a flaw. A coward can't reveal their hidden abilities or protect their life, wealth, honor, or dignity. When sending Malik Ashta to Egypt, Imam Ali advised him not to consult cowards and pointed out that cowardice stems from lacking trust in Allah, who promised not to leave believers alone. Imam Bakir, says, whoever has stinginess, envy, and cowardice can't know the reality of faith. A believer shouldn't be cowardly, greedy, or stingy. The Prophet, PBUH, says, cowardice, stinginess, and greed all stem from one thing, having bad thoughts. Poverty silences the clever from establishing their proof. In the third part, Imam Ali, points out the effects of poverty, saying it makes a clever person mute, preventing them from establishing. A poor person's two-sided attack, internally, they see inferiority, which shakes their confidence, leaving their cleverness and intelligence ineffective. Their steps falter, and their ability to argue weakens. People aren't willing to listen to poor people, they're seeking closeness to the wealthy. If given a chance to get close to a rich person, they'll listen to the rich person's arguments, not the poor person's. Luqman Hakim advised his son, I've tasted bitter colocynth and endured patience, I haven't seen anything more bitter. If you face poverty, don't tell anyone, they'll reduce your value. A poor person faces a two-sided attack, internally, they suffer from inferiority, which shakes their confidence, leaving their cleverness and intelligence ineffective. Their steps falter, and their ability to argue weakens. Externally, people aren't willing to listen to poor people, they're seeking closeness to the wealthy. If given a chance to get close to a rich person, they'll listen to the rich person's arguments, not the poor person's. Luqman Hakim advised his son, I've tasted bitter colocynth and endured patience, but I haven't seen anything more bitter than poverty. If you face poverty, don't tell anyone, they'll reduce your value. The Prophet's, PBUH uncle, Abbas, used to say, people cling to the wealthy like rays to the sun. The wealthy are more delightful than sweet water, higher than the sky, sweeter than honey, purer than flowers. Their mistakes are considered right, their bad deeds are virtues, and their words are all acceptable. Their gatherings are elevated, and no one disputes their words. But people consider the poor more false than a mirage, heavier than glass, and unpleasant. If they pass by a poor person, they won't greet them. If the poor person is visible, they'll hit them, if not, they'll rejoice at their misfortune. If the poor person shows displeasure, they'll hit them harder. Touching them breaks people's wudu, and listening to their recitation invalidates their prayer. This is the sad story of the poor, told by the Prophet's uncle. That's why the Quran says, wealth and children are the adornment of worldly life. 1846, there's a poverty praised in traditions, which the Prophet, PBUH, considered a pride for himself. The poverty the Prophet refers to as contentment and simple living, while the poverty Imam Ali speaks of is economic. The poor person is a stranger in their own city. In Imam Ali's words, fakir and nukul refer to different types of poor people. A fakir openly shares their poverty, while a muqil hides it, like a self-respecting poor person. Some say a fakir has nothing, while a muqil has some means but lives in hardship. Combining these interpretations, when someone has nothing, they're forced to reveal their poverty, but when they have some means, they tend to hide it. Considering this difference, Imam Ali first described the effects of poverty and then spoke about the reality of a self-respecting poor person, muqil. He highlighted a bitter truth we see daily: a self-respecting poor person, who doesn't share their struggles, becomes isolated from society. Living among people who can't solve their problems, they feel intense poverty. In contrast, a wealthy person feels no poverty, no matter where they go. In today's world, they is more comfortable and at ease in foreign lands. Imam Ali, A.S., has highlighted a bitter reality we observe in our daily lives. A self-respecting poor person who doesn't share their problems with others becomes isolated from society due to their poverty.